I guess we're winter camping in this episode.
Yeah, this was another forecast.
That's one way to do it. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Talon and I make new videos every single week. So if you like what you see here, consider clicking subscribe. There's more on the way, and we did not plan on this, but I guess today Mike and I are going to be winter camping. It has been quite a long time since Mike and I had the chance to kind of get together and do some camping, overlandy stuff, but we've both been incredibly busy, and I'm sure we'll talk about that at some point in this video. I'm bringing out the Kimbo on the Tundra. I did do a 3-part series with this truck in the camper already this year, so if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link up there in the corner. And this is really where the Kimbo shines, so I'm excited that I chose this setup today. Now, just the other day, Mike said, hey, can you give me a ride somewhere? I need to pick up yet another truck, and he picked up this guy right here. If you guys follow Mike, you know that he does a lot of different vehicle builds similar to myself, and this is kind of his like beater work truck that he's going to be doing some stuff with. This is a 2nd gen Tundra, and it is just a single cab. Just one giant door up on the front there, and then the regular kind of longer bed. So this is actually a shorter wheelbase than the other truck that he has, but he just picked this up. This is probably gonna be his first time camping in it. I don't think he's really been out since then. He's got a Lear cap on there, and it'll be interesting seeing his setup sleeping in there versus the Kimbo. Now, we're really not going to be able to get anywhere super crazy because of this snow. A lot of trails are closed, so it should be a fairly easy camp. In here, on top of my cargo system, I found that this is a pretty good way to carry my Howl campfire. Got my propane over here as well. The Kimbo is kind of bare bones loaded up right now. I honestly don't have a ton of stuff in there, just some food. And then on this side, I've got a chair so we can sit by the fire, tripods, camera stuff, backpack full of all the stuff that I need to work while I'm out here. And then all the way up front, I did remove my cargo system from the front seat because I had some passengers and I didn't have time to put it back in, but I just have camera stuff sitting on my front seat, DJI battery powering a new mini Starlink, which is just sitting right there on my dash. And this setup is not ideal, but it does work, so I will have connection while we're out here camping, and I'll be able to work too, which I actually enjoy doing. Now, Mike has a new addition, which is going to be joining us for this trip. What's up, buddy? This is Falcor. Hi. Mike got a new puppy, and it looks like you are going to love the snow, huh? If it gets too cold in your dad's truck, you can sleep in the camper with me, okay? I do have a radio. You got this thing dialed in enough to camp tonight?
Not at all, man. I think I got stuff, but tires are kind of worn out. Never actually driven it, except for when I drove it home for buying it. The cap's all kinds of leaky. Struts don't work in the cold.
It's fine. It's fine. Mike is gonna do kind of a rundown of that. So if you want to see more, I'll leave a link to his video, whichever one of us posts a video first. I don't know. Let's go camp in the snow. interesting to say the least. We kind of pulled a little bit of an audible there, and we ended up at a location that is not one that we were really planning on. Neither of us have camped in this exact spot before, so could be kind of cool. We don't really know. Now, the trail system that we came on was actually kind of marked as like tentatively closed, but the gate was open. We're honestly not very far from the main road, so easy in and out in case it decides to snow a little bit more tonight. The reason we called the audible is because there were little to no snow plows out. We did end up pulling over and letting one go past us to kind of clear the way, but the mountain pass that we would have had to drive over has the possibility of closing. So we decided to kind of play it safe and stay on this side of the pass, and we found this spot. So winter camping is a go. It's only like 5:30, by the way. It is so dark out here. All right, while that heats up, I need a chair. There's like a foot of snow on that side of my truck. Brought the big boy chair this time, trying to be warm. Oh, yeah. Well, I hopped inside here and it is 42 degrees. So I already got stove running over here. I'm actually gonna crank up the fan on that a little bit. Really heat up the inside here. And we got a long night of just kind of hanging out, cooking food and everything ahead of us. So this will definitely warm up by the time we're done hanging around the fire. Dim the lights a little bit, that's better. Yeah, do your thing, little Dickinson heater. Ooh, this howl is cooking already. Need to thaw out my boots. Time for a cribs tour.
Yeah, MTV Cribs. All right, well, got my heater here. My, tailgate tire table, something like that.
Yeah, I see them at Overland Expo all the time. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I got one, I don't know, 5 years ago. Don't use it much, but then I was like, I could use it here.
So you got this running into a piece of wood that you cut.
Yeah, I cut this out real quick. Spray painted it black. Got my little diesel heater input. Actually, it's pretty slick setup. So that hose comes in there. Gonna run off the jackery. Brought the puppy out. I have no front window in this cap. So I don't know if that got broken out or what, but I had a random piece of felt that I brought and I was gonna cut to the window, but then I was like, why don't I just like clip it up and kind of line the whole interior?
So you basically have a Kimbo.
Basically, this is a Kimbo. I mean, maybe a little nicer, but you know, about the same. This is Born Outdoor Badger Roll. This is actually the, I forget, Sierra or whatever, the warmer one, the down, and I got a prototype wool blanket here as well as a prototype thicker down blanket. So I'll be plenty warm.
Yeah.
Just the puppy, we'll see.
I actually slept in one of these, the 30 wide with the Sierra and the Baja quilt, but Born Outdoor is making some new stuff like the wool blanket that Mike mentioned.
Yeah.
If you want to see my video of that, it's a pretty quick one. I'll leave a link for that up in the corner, but cool product made here in Colorado. Nice
so we'll
prop.
see. This is my first time. Yeah, this is my struts are going. I haven't done anything to this truck since I bought it. So this is how I got it. Struts can't handle the cold, so I got the ice scraper prop. It's pretty sick.
It could be useful in the morning.
Pretty sick setup.
All right, time to cook a little dinner. What time is it now? Trusty old G-Shock, it is 7:30. I'm truthfully not really that hungry, but I gotta eat something. Whew. I'm using the Travax ration again. If you guys haven't caught this in the last couple Kimbo videos, they don't make this product anymore. I don't know if they will ever bring it back, but It's like a self-contained kind of ration system. It's dark out here, so it's a little hard to tell, but it comes with basically everything you see here minus the food, peak refuel. So it's a little burner, a little canister, a butane in there, a lighter, and then I have some forks and utensils down here. Everything you need for a quick meal. Just add some water. I'm gonna boil that and throw it into Peak sweet pork and rice. All right, we're boiling. Mike is also boiling some water for dessert. The best one that they make, peach cobbler. We do have matching boots. These are the best. So comfortable.
Matching trucks, basically the same truck.
Same YouTube channel, we're the same person. 10 minutes. Whew, that is warm. Now we wait. Choo-chin. Choo-choo. The good stuff. All right, 10 minutes has passed. Sweet pork and rice time. 800 calories if I eat this whole thing. How many calories is the cobbler? 670. You'll house that entire thing.
Oh yeah, and my other meal is 1,050 already.
So that's all you needed to eat today.
Basically.
You guys are not going to be able to see this. I have some bad news to report. I think I lost my Streamlight MicroStream, which I've had for a super long time. It might have fallen out of my pocket into the snow when we were searching for camp spots or something, but if I cannot find it tomorrow, I'm going to have to purchase another one on Amazon. I'm also going to be switching my EDC stuff around a little bit more because I know you guys enjoy those videos, so I'll talk more about that at my year recap future plans video that I always do on January 1st, but just so you guys know, I'm going to switch things up a little bit. One bite, everyone knows the rules. All right, dog. It's that time. Not because we're old, but because it's pretty cold out here now. You can just turn off the howl at the propane. I think my alarm is set for 7, like always. Good luck with the pup if you need to throw him in here. The door will be open. Oh, man. It is foggy, huh? Well, I had my heater running for a while, and it is about 65 degrees in here, and it feels pretty good as of right now. Might even make it a little bit warmer because why not? I should probably give you guys a weather update so you know what we are dealing with right now. Luckily, the snow has kind of stopped. It will be snowing off and on throughout the night a little bit, but let's take a look. We're kind of in a weird area. We're between a bunch of towns, so the closest town to us right now, this doesn't sound right to me, but it says it's currently 7 degrees with a real feel of -3. It's going to snow around 2 and 3 a.m., going down to a low of about 7, but a real feel of -9 at 7 a.m., which is probably right when I'm about to wake up. So I don't know. It doesn't quite feel that cold, maybe because we're sheltered from the wind and everything, but it's definitely cold nonetheless. Uh-oh. I think I'm almost out of toothpaste. This is definitely the perks of having a slide-in camper like this. So you kind of have the benefits of a house on wheels, even when it's freezing cold and snowing. I think my toothpaste is frozen because it was in the cab of the truck. I probably could have gotten away with a rooftop tent on this trip and a diesel heater, but why do that when we got this? Luckily, the heat in here rises as heat does, so the bed area definitely warms up a little bit more than ground floor area. And the foam that I use to build kind of the deck underneath here to get the Kimbo up a little bit taller to clear the cab of the truck, it's insulating foam, so it adds a little bit of R value to the floor, which is also nice in a situation like this. The coldest I've ever camped in the Kimbo, I think it was last year. I'll leave the video over here, and I think in that video it got down to -30. I I don't remember off the top of my head, but it was very cold, and you could tell the door was frozen when I woke up that morning. So it's definitely not going to be that cold tonight. I think I'm going to sleep pretty well in here. Here's a quick little view of the cabin on wheels. Nice and homey with the fire going. And light switch on remote control, which I put right up here while I'm sleeping. So when it's time to go to bed, just hit this button. And yeah, on that note, I'll talk to you guys in the morning. What's up? It is cold. It wasn't like a super rough start, but it took a second. Oh, first try. That's how you know it's a good truck. Toyota. I'm gonna sit in my truck and warm up for a second. Well, good morning, everyone. It's 8:30 in the morning. My truck is reading out 9 degrees Fahrenheit. Mike had like a little external thermometer actually, so instead of basing it off of what our weather apps are saying, he said it got down to -2 last night, and he said it was about like mid 40s inside of his cap, but I guess he slept okay, him and the puppy. So is that the new way to camp right there? It wasn't bad. So it looks like we did get a little bit more snow last night, and I'm glad we didn't end up going to our original planned destination, because I'm assuming these roads are not going to be great on the way home. The snow is really light and fluffy, so getting out back to the main road should not be an issue. That actually makes me think of something that I wanted to bring up to you guys. You guys have seen me do a bunch of stuff with this truck. Look at all these branches I've collected, thanks to the Kimbo being so tall. So you've seen me take this truck through a lot of different environments, but this is my first time like really testing out the Tundra with the Firestone Destination MT2s in the snow. And as you can see, I'm in about, I don't know, maybe 8 inches of snow here, back at that rear tire, and these things performed really great. It is a mud tire, obviously, but the big chunky tread blocks here allow it to clear snow really well. So traction was no issue. And like I mentioned in my last video, Firestone is currently running a rebate, $60 off set of 4 tires now until the end of the month. So if you guys are interested in checking out the Destination series, the ATs, MTs, XTs, check them out at the link in the description down below. The other thing I've been meaning to update you guys on is my AWE exhaust back here, which sounds really good. There's not a whole lot to report on that right now, but of course it is the bash guard version, which is up nice and high, so I won't run into any clearance issues, but clearance issues are really the last thing I'm thinking about when it comes to this truck here. What do you think about the Tundra exhaust?
Sounds good. Yeah, when you fired it up this morning, I was like,
Is that my GTR out there? Yeah, the cold start's a little loud, but it sounds good when you're driving.
Godzilla.
Godzilla. Yo, let's see if these trucks can get out of here. I'm just gonna have to keep doing this a bunch of times. It's like the truck's not making the right power yet because it's so cold, so I might have to wait a second. All right, I was actually stuck there for like a minute or two. It took a couple attempts to get out of that little like rut that we were in. I had to put it in tow haul plus to get a little extra power to get me up out of there. Everything here is super frozen now compared to last night, so it's even more slick, but we're not very far from the road. Well guys, we've made it out, and surprisingly the roads are not too bad. It looks like the snow plows were out all night and conditions look pretty decent, so should be a fairly easy ride back home. And I need to clean the truck now. I've gathered so many pine tree branches and pine cones and stuff because of the Kimbo kind of bumping into stuff on the trail, so I'm gonna give this thing a wash, and then this weekend I'm going to actually go out again, hopefully not in a snowstorm this time. I'm gonna bring Ashley and Camber with me, and I've got a kind of special year-end video for you guys, so excited to get that filmed and excited to share that all with you. If there's anything that you guys want to see me do in Colorado for the next like week and a half, 2 weeks while I'm here, let me know. I'll try to bring you guys whatever you want to see before the end of the year, and then 2025 we're going to kick things off strong. Got a lot of projects which I think you guys are going to enjoy, so stay tuned for all of that. Again, if you guys are new to this channel, consider clicking subscribe because I make new videos every single week. As always, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one.